Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing Ezra and Nehemiah, the newest game from Garfield Games, which is a company I always get really excited about, so always looking forward to their next release. And this is the most recent one from their Ancient series, I think is what they call it. I think it goes like Hadrian's Wall and Raiders of Scythia, and those games. And yeah, they go back to their roots of box size. I know with their trilogy games, the South Tigris series, they actually went to a larger box size, but now they're back. I think with these ones, he said, though, that they weren't planning on doing like expansion content and stuff, so at least you won't have to worry about fitting that extra stuff in, which was maybe an issue in like the West Kingdom series. But yeah, we got this one, and then I added on the metal coins, and it looks like I did back this on Kickstarter, so it looks like it came with a few extra Kickstarter tiles. I don't know personally if I've ever had any, as much as I like the Garfield games, and I've played some of them many, many times, I don't know that I've ever been like, oh, I need more tiles. But I do buy the expansion, so I guess that's just, I don't know, lying to myself maybe. But yeah, it looks like there are some extra tiles here with a lot of symbology, actually. I don't remember exactly how this one's played, but for me, Garfield games, I've enjoyed all of them that I've played, and this one sounded like it was going to be kind of another heavier Euro-style game, so very in line with what they've been doing recently, as opposed to maybe some of their earlier games, which I wouldn't say are light by any means, but in comparison to some of their most recent ones, like Scholars and Wayfarers, they seem quite light in comparison to those ones. But yeah, we'll just get right to the metal coins. That's the most exciting part. That's probably what everyone's just waiting for. But yeah, these are really cool looking. I really like to look at these coins. Their coins are always really solid, I think. They make some of the better looking coins for their series. I think they usually feel like they fit the game. But then, now that we're way into this video already, I'll open up the box. I've got a rule book, which I've already seen some people post on this one, and they made it sound like it was a little bit of a bear to learn, and it is looking like there are a lot of rules, and the text on here is actually relatively small. I mean, there's a lot of text. There's a lot of examples too, but it's still, what is it, 20-some pages. I mean, there's a solo mode in here. I'm guessing there's some other stuff as well. It looks about like a 30-page rule book almost, so that will take a bit to get through and learn, I'm assuming. And we've got a baggie. Looks like it's got a stringy here. Feels like it's decent quality. But at the same time, this one, in comparison to some other baggies I've seen recently or felt recently, feels like it may be a little bit weaker than some of those, but I'm not even 100% sure what that's even used for, so depending on how much it's even used, I don't know how much it matters. And then we've got a little board here. Looks like some trackers and stuff, typical of Garfield games, and probably some resources, a bunch of symbology. Hopefully the symbology all makes sense. Personally, I feel like they do a really good job with their symbology usage. Once you understand what they are, they use a lot of symbols that, even if they're different, they seem like, I'm guessing these are meeples doing certain things, and certain colored meeples even, possibly. I guess we'll see if that is the case. But I feel like, even though they use different symbols in different games, some of their symbols just make sense based off other ones. And these are double layered boards, so you're putting things in these spaces, it seems like. And yeah, these must all be player boards. They all look the same. And I think it looks like it must be the main board here. Looks like it's one-sided. Oh boy. Definitely a lot going on here. Pretty busy board. Some writing on it and everything. And a lot of tracks. Going to be a lot of cards, it looks like, maybe on the outside, or where you're going to, I can't remember if you're building them onto these spots on the outside, but it's all around. Oh boy. Yeah, that is a lot going on that board. But that gets me a little bit, I mean, it makes me a little anxious, but at the same time, it gets me excited because it seems like even when they have complicated things for Garfield games, they tend to make sense once you know how to play them. So I'm hoping that'll be the case with this one. You never know. It could get to the point where it's just too much for even me. I know some people like raiders and architects, and then now with where they've gotten with some of their games, they don't maybe enjoy them quite as much. That has not happened for me yet, but we will see if they continue to go heavier and heavier. And we got just some normal cubies here. Some pretty blah colors, but I mean, I think it probably fits with the deserty kind of feeling to the game. And then we've got player markers here. So it looks like you're going to have little water droplet-like markers, and then a little, maybe like a shield thing, and a square marker. So just different markers in different player colors. Then we've got some additional things here. Not sure what any of these symbols, or what any of these are. I was thinking some sort of pottery stuff, but I'm not sure if that is the case or not. They look pretty good. I feel like I enjoy Garfield's wooden stuff, and I feel like they were maybe, I don't know, for some reason it seems like they were ahead of their time, but now with so many people doing screen printing on things, it feels like even though they have really solid wooden pieces, in a way it feels like they're falling behind, but I do like that it's consistent from their games. I think like if you played some of their other games, these meeples and stuff look consistent. I don't know, maybe these are used in square spots, but usually for like resources they use different shapes, so I'm assuming those are going to be used on the board in a square manner, and that's why they need to be cubes, but I guess I'm not confident on that. I got some cards here. These are little small cards. Hopefully you're not shuffling these too many times. I don't know if these are solo cards. Could be. They usually have solo modes in their games. We got a piece of the wall with different colors on top. Those must be maybe the different player colors. Kind of interesting. Didn't look the most exciting for cards that I've seen from Garfield before, but those do seem kind of like the additional cards that they tend to have in games. I feel like it reminds me of Paladins, where you've got some of those extra cards. I think they have a lot of games like that. I'm trying to think. Do they have any in Wayfarers? Yeah, if I could only get this deck of cards open here. Yeah, I didn't see that right away. There is a little thing. Making this way harder on myself than it has to be. Just struggle with cards. Okay, so we got set up so it looks like it's maybe a little bit different for the different player counts. I like their use of color in here. Looks like maybe these are the other side of the cards. Having a good time. Yeah, looks like maybe you get your own personal player deck, so that's where the repeated cards are coming from. But I like the artwork. I do like the art style there, the characters that they've created. And then, interestingly, they've got half pieces of cardboard punch-outs. That's interesting. Must have just been the only way they fit in the box. So, be doing a lot of punching. And you got your coins if you didn't get the metal ones. Don't look too bad. Yeah, we got a lot here. Looks like we got some tokens as well. So yeah, that looks like it's everything inside the box. I'm really excited for this one. Hoping to get it to the table sooner than later, but it does look like that rule book's going to be a little bit of a bear to get through, so it may not be as quickly as I'd like. We'll see. Hopefully I can find some time, because I think the game will probably be... Usually some of their recent ones for first plays have been like 2 to 3 hours as well, so... Gonna have to put away half a day, almost half a day to try to learn this one, I think, but I'm excited for it. We'll have a video of our first impressions going up alongside this, so check that out if you want to hear our first thoughts on whether or not we really enjoyed the game, felt like it fit with what Garfield's been doing. But otherwise, we hope to see you on that video, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.